Die Familie.
Family.
Family.
Meine Familie ist sehr groß.
My family is very large. My family is very large.
My family is very large.
Der Vater.
Father.
Father.
Mein Vater arbeitet im Büro.
My father works in an office. My father works in an office.
My father works in an office.
Die Mutter.
Mother.
Mother.
Meine Mutter ist Lehrerin.
My mother is a teacher. My mother is a teacher.
My mother is a teacher.
Der Bruder.
Brother.
Brother.
Ich habe einen jüngeren Bruder.
I have one younger brother. I have one younger brother.
I have one younger brother.
Die Schwester.
Sister.
Sister.
Meine Schwester liebt es zu lesen.
My sister loves reading. My sister loves reading.
My sister loves reading.
Der Großvater.
Grandfather.
Grandfather.
Mein Großvater ist im Ruhestand.
My grandfather is retired. My grandfather is retired.
My grandfather is retired.
Die Großmutter.
Grandmother.
Grandmother.
Meine Großmutter backt köstliche Kuchen.
My grandmother bakes delicious cakes. My grandmother bakes delicious cakes.
My grandmother bakes delicious cakes.
Der Onkel.
Uncle.
Uncle.
Mein Onkel wohnt in Berlin.
My uncle lives in Berlin. My uncle lives in Berlin.
My uncle lives in Berlin.
Die Tante.
Aunt.
Aunt.
Meine Tante hat 3 Katzen.
My aunt has 3 cats. My aunt has 3 cats.
My aunt has 3 cats.
Der Cousin.
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 Mein Cousin ist im College.
My cousin is in college. My cousin is in college.
My cousin is in college.
Die Cousine.
Cousin.
Cousin.
Meine Cousine heiratet nächstes Jahr.
My cousin is getting married next year. My cousin is getting married next year.
My cousin is getting married next year.
Der Neffe.
Nephew.
Nephew.
Mein Neffe hat gerade die Schule angefangen.
My nephew just started school. My nephew just started school.
My nephew just started school.
Die Nichte.
Niece.
Niece.
Meine Nichte liebt es zu zeichnen.
My niece loves to draw. My niece loves to draw.
My niece loves to draw.
Der Sohn.
Son.
Son.
Mein Sohn lernt gerade Autofahren.
My son is learning to drive. My son is learning to drive.
My son is learning to drive.
Die Tochter.
Daughter.
Daughter.
Meine Tochter spielt Klavier.
My daughter plays the piano. My daughter plays the piano.
My daughter plays the piano.
Der Ehemann.
Husband.
Husband.
Mein Ehemann und ich sind verreist.
My husband and I went on a trip. My husband and I went on a trip.
My husband and I went on a trip.
Die Ehefrau.
Wife.
Wife.
Meine Ehefrau ist eine großartige Köchin.
My wife is a great cook. My wife is a great cook.
My wife is a great cook.
Der Stiefvater.
Stepfather.
Stepfather.
Mein Stiefvater hilft mir bei den Hausaufgaben.
My stepfather helps me with homework. My stepfather helps me with homework.
My stepfather helps me with homework.
Die Stiefmutter.
Stepmother.
Stepmother.
Meine Stiefmutter ist sehr nett.
My stepmother is very kind. My stepmother is very kind.
My stepmother is very kind.
Der Stiefbruder.
Stepbrother.
Stepbrother.
Mein Stiefbruder spielt Fußball.
My stepbrother plays football. My stepbrother plays football.
My stepbrother plays football.
Die Stiefschwester.
Stepsister.
Stepsister.
Ich verstehe mich gut mit meiner Stiefschwester.
My stepsister and I get along well. My stepsister and I get along well.
My stepsister and I get along well.
Der Halbbruder.
Half-brother.
Half-brother.
Mein Halbbruder besucht uns während der Ferien.
My half-brother visits us during the holidays. My half-brother visits us during the holidays.
My half-brother visits us during the holidays.
Die Halbschwester.
Half-sister.
Half-sister.
Meine Halbschwester hat einen Vogel als Haustier.
My half-sister has a pet bird. My half-sister has a pet bird.
My half-sister has a pet bird.
Die Zwillinge.
Twins.
Twins.
Die Zwillinge sehen gleich aus.
The twins look identical. The twins look identical.
The twins look identical.
Das Kind.
Child.
Child.
Wir haben ein Kind.
We have one child. We have one child.
We have one child.
Das Baby.
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 Das Baby schläft.
The baby is sleeping. The baby is sleeping.
The baby is sleeping.
Adoptieren.
Adopt.
Adopt.
Sie möchten ein Kind adoptieren.
They want to adopt a child. They want to adopt a child.
They want to adopt a child.
Die Ehe.
Marriage.
Marriage.
Ihre Ehe ist stark.
Their marriage is strong. Their marriage is strong.
Their marriage is strong.
Der Verwandter.
Relative.
Relative.
Er ist ein entfernter Verwandter.
He's a distant relative. He's a distant relative.
He's a distant relative.
Die Generation.
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 3 Generationen leben in unserem Haus.
3 generations live in our house. 3 generations live in our house.
3 generations live in our house.
Der Verlobte.
Fiancé.
Fiancé.
Mein Verlobter hat mir in Paris einen Antrag gemacht.
My fiancé proposed to me in Paris. My fiancé proposed to me in Paris.
My fiancé proposed to me in Paris.
Die Verlobte.
Fiancé.
Fiancé.
Seine Verlobte kommt aus Kanada.
His fiancé is from Canada. His fiancé is from Canada.
His fiancé is from Canada.
Die Hochzeit.
Wedding.
Wedding.
Die Hochzeit wird nächsten Sommer sein.
The wedding will be next summer. The wedding will be next summer.
The wedding will be next summer.
Die Verlobung.
Engagement.
Engagement.
Ihre Verlobung war eine große Überraschung.
Their engagement was a big surprise. Their engagement was a big surprise.
Their engagement was a big surprise.
Die Schwiegereltern.
In-laws.
In-laws.
Ich besuche dieses Wochenende meine Schwiegereltern.
I'm visiting my in-laws this weekend. I'm visiting my in-laws this weekend.
I'm visiting my in-laws this weekend.
Der Schwiegervater.
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law.
Mein Schwiegervater liebt das Angeln.
My father-in-law loves fishing. My father-in-law loves fishing.
My father-in-law loves fishing.
Die Schwiegermutter.
Mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law.
Meine Schwiegermutter macht einen erstaunlichen Apfelkuchen.
My mother-in-law makes amazing apple pie. My mother-in-law makes amazing apple pie.
My mother-in-law makes amazing apple pie.
Der Schwager.
Brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
Mein Schwager arbeitet in der Finanzbranche.
My brother-in-law works in finance. My brother-in-law works in finance.
My brother-in-law works in finance.
Die Schwägerin.
Sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law.
Meine Schwägerin studiert Jura.
My sister-in-law is studying law. My sister-in-law is studying law.
My sister-in-law is studying law.
Die Geschwister.
Siblings.
Siblings.
Ich habe 3 Geschwister.
I have 3 siblings. I have 3 siblings.
I have 3 siblings.
Die Vorfahren.
Ancestors.
Ancestors.
Ich erforsche meine Vorfahren.
I'm researching my ancestors. I'm researching my ancestors.
I'm researching my ancestors.
Die Nachkommen.
Descendants.
Descendants.
Seine Nachkommen leben in Australien.
His descendants live in Australia. His descendants live in Australia.
His descendants live in Australia.
Der Stammbaum.
Family tree.
Family tree.
Ich habe einen Stammbaum erstellt.
I created a family tree. I created a family tree.
I created a family tree.
Das Elternteil.
Parent.
Parent.
Jeder Elternteil will das Beste für sein Kind.
Every parent wants the best for their child. Every parent wants the best for their child.
Every parent wants the best for their child.
Die Kindheit.
Childhood.
Childhood.
Meine Kindheit war sehr glücklich.
My childhood was very happy. My childhood was very happy.
My childhood was very happy.
Erwachsen werden.
Growing up.
Growing up.
Als ich aufwuchs, wollte ich immer Pilot werden.
Growing up, I always wanted to be a pilot. Growing up, I always wanted to be a pilot.
Growing up, I always wanted to be a pilot.
Die Jugend.
Youth.
Youth.
In meiner Jugend bin ich viel gereist.
In my youth, I traveled a lot. In my youth, I traveled a lot.
In my youth, I traveled a lot.
Das Familientreffen.
Family reunion.
Family reunion.
Wir haben jedes Jahr ein Familientreffen.
We have a family reunion every year. We have a family reunion every year.
We have a family reunion every year.
Die Scheidung.
Divorce.
Divorce.
Sie haben sich letztes Jahr scheiden lassen.
They got a divorce last year. They got a divorce last year.
They got a divorce last year.
Der Alleinerziehende.
Single parent.
Single parent.
Als Alleinerziehender ist es herausfordernd.
Being a single parent is challenging. Being a single parent is challenging.
Being a single parent is challenging.
Der Ehepartner.
Spouse.
Spouse.
Mein Ehepartner und ich haben uns im College kennengelernt.
My spouse and I met in college. My spouse and I met in college.
My spouse and I met in college.
Der Vormund.
Guardian.
Guardian.
Seine Tante ist sein gesetzlicher Vormund.
His aunt is his legal guardian. His aunt is his legal guardian.
His aunt is his legal guardian.
Adoptiert.
Adopted.
Adopted.
Sie ist ihre adoptierte Tochter.
She is their adopted daughter. She is their adopted daughter.
She is their adopted daughter.
Der Stiefsohn.
Stepson.
Stepson.
Mein Stiefsohn besucht uns jedes zweite Wochenende.
My stepson visits us every other weekend. My stepson visits us every other weekend.
My stepson visits us every other weekend.
Die Stieftochter.
Stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter.
Meine Stieftochter ist sehr künstlerisch.
My stepdaughter is very artistic. My stepdaughter is very artistic.
My stepdaughter is very artistic.
Die Waise.
Orphan.
Orphan.
Er wurde in jungen Jahren zur Waise.
He became an orphan at a young age. He became an orphan at a young age.
He became an orphan at a young age.
Der Patenonkel.
Godfather.
Godfather.
Mein Patenonkel hat mir ein Buch zum Geburtstag geschenkt.
My godfather gave me a book for my birthday. My godfather gave me a book for my birthday.
My godfather gave me a book for my birthday.
Die Patentante.
Godmother.
Godmother.
Meine Patentante wohnt in Spanien.
My godmother lives in Spain. My godmother lives in Spain.
My godmother lives in Spain.
Die Pflegefamilie.
Foster family.
Foster family.
Er hat 2 Jahre bei einer Pflegefamilie gelebt.
He lived with a foster family for 2 years. He lived with a foster family for 2 years.
He lived with a foster family for 2 years.
Die Verwandtschaft.
Kin.
Kin.
Seine ganze Verwandtschaft ist zur Hochzeit eingeladen.
All his kin are invited to the wedding. All his kin are invited to the wedding.
All his kin are invited to the wedding.